welcome in. This is episode 3 of Tropical Time. We're going to get right to it today because we've got a big guest coming up on the show. Former Portersville standout, now Three Rivers Raider. We have got Trey Benthal on today. We are going to get him connected and get him on for you guys. And we got Trey on the line. What's going on, Trey?
What's up, Shorts? What's going on?
Much, man. How's college life treating you? What's going on at 3 yards? How's it been?
Oh, it's good. It's a lot better this year. Last year it seemed like I wanted to go home like all the time, but this year it's a lot more comfortable and got good roommates, good everything. So it's a lot better time over here this year.
No, I get it. So walk me through what is the day-to-day life of a JUCO athlete at 3R?
Wake up. Usually got 2 classes each day. Go to class, get back, eat you some lunch. Usually take a quick nap. I usually take a quick nap, and then go to practice, get stretched out, go to practice, and then go straight to the weight room after practice. Get back, take a shower, cook you some dinner, and chill out the rest of the night.
So between weights and practice, how long do you usually spend a day on baseball?
Practice is get there about 1:15. Practice starts about 2. Practice about 2 to 5, just 2 to 6s, and then straight to the weight room after for about 45 minutes. So shoot, anywhere from 3 to 6 hours a day at least.
And that's every day.
Oh yeah, Monday through Friday for sure. And then on game days, it's all day. You get up 6 or 7 in the morning, and then have to go play a game all day, and then get back late at night. So
So one thing you kind of mentioned in there, and this is what I've been waiting to talk to you about. I talked to Colton a little bit about weight training last week, getting stronger and stuff like that. You mentioned in there you're doing weights every single day at this level. Colton said he never did it in high school. If you playing football, was that something you maybe had done more than other kids? I mean, because you're already big, but was football something that maybe helped you get to the point where you were kind of a little more used to the weight room than some other guys are?
yeah, I believe football really helped me a lot. Coach Penrod at Portersville, when he was there, he had a really good weight room program, and it really got us all big, honestly. And that really translated to baseball a lot. And I feel like it kind of gave me more of an advantage on the field than people who didn't football lift. So that's just my perspective. People got different perspectives on football lifting while playing baseball, but it worked out for me, I believe.
No, I think you're right because, you look at you, Mason, Aaron, Bobo, some of the guys who played football from Pville. I mean, you guys are all strong. I mean, you still got to get stronger when you get to JUCO, but I think it helped all of you guys out.
Yeah, 100% for sure. And eating right kind of helps you along the way too. That's really, I always lifted like in high school, but when I got here, I started eat right and try my body better. And I feel like that even helped me better with eating right.
Yeah, I mean, because you're eating more because you're having to tack on this weight and you're burning more, but I mean, you're probably planning what you're eating. You're just not going to Taco Bell and eating a ton, right?
Oh, no. Cooking every night. And then you eat something. I eat Uncrustables in the morning, and then at lunch, eat some type of meat, some vegetables, and then at night, usually cook burgers or steak or something and have vegetables again.
Yeah, a lot of protein, trying to get strong.
Yeah.
Last week, one of the big things I had for Colton, and I imagine you listened to Colton's podcast, so you were probably getting ready for this. His big thing was, for big advice for college athletes was kind of get in the weight room. So I'll ask you the same question. What's, a junior, senior in high school right now who wants to play college baseball, what's your advice to them? What can get them there? What's going to keep them at the college level?
You definitely got to get in the weight room, but people go lift and have a hard workout and then be done for a few days, but you're not going to gain mass or muscle doing that. You got to be every day and eating somewhat right to get stronger. I've always been a bigger dude or whatever people say, but when I started eating right and actually lifting every single day and consistent, that's when I seen changes for myself. I didn't really see much changes back in the day, but when you eat right and stay consistent in the gym, then you'll really see results.
Yeah, and I think that's, I think it's hard for high school athletes to wrap their heads around that because, when you were in high school, you were the standout player. Colton was too, and then you kind of get to a mental area, 3R, wherever you go for college ball, and it's kind of, I want to say a humbling experience, isn't it? You get there and you realize I'm not as good as I thought I was. All these guys are studs. It's crazy because I think a lot of kids in this area, they hear JUCO and oh, JUCO's it's not good. I want to go to a D1 school. JUCO guys are real deals, man.
Yeah, when I got here, I was thinking like I'd play some and all this, and I got here, I was like, dadgum, like everybody's good. Like you ain't gonna like high school. You got like your core guys that are good, then you got some, but when you get here, like everybody is good at the game, and you got to find ways to pick yourself apart and stand out.
Nah, and you've got a pretty cool journey because last year you came in wanting to two-way. And I think you only had one at bat all of last year. You kept working, getting stronger. You kind of never let it beat you up. You still pitched quite a bit for a freshman, but now you come in this year, you're hitting cleanup, you're catching, DHing. I know you've already got a bomb and some other big hits this year at the fall, but I mean, what kind of grind did you have? Because a lot of guys they could have just gave it up and said, "I've got one at bat in a year, I'm done." Kind of, what was your motivator to come back and put yourself in a place to succeed like you've done?
Yeah, last year I came in two-way, and I'll just be honest with you. I came in, and when we got here, the workouts absolutely sucked, and I wasn't a fan of that at that point. I didn't want to do none of that, so then that's when I became just a PO, and that's the honest to God truth. And then I pitched or whatever. I really didn't hit, and then I would hit BP, but I wouldn't hit in the game or whatever. But then this year, I was like, I'm not going to let that, that's just weak. I wasn't going to do that this year. And I came in, I was actually going to give myself a shot, and it's kind of working out at the start. So we'll see where it goes.
Nah, man, anyone who's seen you play even back in high school, I mean, that game you pitched for us early on against St. Jen up at Middle Area, you were up to 88 on the mound. You hit baseballs where guys just don't hit baseballs to. You've been kind of a freak like that because you don't see a lot of guys who can. If you would have kept trying to PO, there's no doubt you probably would have been in the low 90s. But at the plate, you're hitting cleanup for a team that came off a 30-win season. I mean, I think people look at you and you probably say, "Oh, Trey Benthal, standout athlete from this area." You probably had colleges all over you. And the reason I bring this up, I'm bringing this up not to kind of pat myself on the back or blow up what we did for you, but I mean, tell people like what offers did you have when you graduated high school?
Yeah, so I had absolutely nothing, and I went to one camp. I forgot the college, but it's down in Conway, and I got down there, and I had a pretty good camp compared to all the other ones I thought. And then coach told me they was going to offer me, but my ACT score was too low, so I was like, well, whatever. And then I played that summer with you, and then you kind of talked to Smith a little bit. Then Trower talked to Smith a little bit, and then that's when I got a spot. And then after that, I had a few more, but really before that, I had absolutely nothing. And I believe that's kind of like a little advice I got. If you're around this area, small school area, if you don't go to camps and go to showcases and stuff, it's going to be hard to get stuff unless you're just an absolute dude. Because I thought I would get something, at least a few schools or something, but I had nothing until like the last minute. At that point, I had no idea what I was doing. I thought I was going to go somewhere and play, but I had nowhere to go. So I believe that if you're in high school, junior, senior, you need to go to all the showcases and all the camps you can to really get seen, because these coaches aren't really looking for high school guys. They're looking for, or not looking for small school guys. They're looking for these bigger schools. And even nowadays with the transfer portal, looking at D1 guys coming in and all that stuff. So I believe you need to go to every camp you can.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't bring that up because I wanted to, pat myself on the back, saying, "Oh, look what I did for Trey Benthal." The reason I brought it up was, you're a guy who went to back-to-back Final Fours. You were a SEMO Ball Player Nominee of the Year. Everything you did for us, and you went in and graduated without any offers. That's kind of a message to these other guys in the area. Kind of keep your head up, keep grinding. Keep doing you, and they can come still.
Yeah.
Don't quit on yourself. But like I said, that's what I mainly wanted to get out of that was I obviously knew the route you had to take. I know you at one point you were considering just hanging them up and not playing college ball.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely was at one point.
But I mean, with that being said, just concentrating on high school ball and summer ball, man. We talked on you going back to back Final Fours. What was a bigger stage for you? The state championship in 2022 that you guys played for, or the World Series championship in 2023? Like, which game do you look back at and like, which one was bigger? Which one maybe had you a little more nervous?
I ain't gonna lie. Playing in the state championship with high school, that was more nerve-wracking because I was pitching that game.
Yeah.
And that made me more nervous. But obviously the World Series and when we played it against Alabama, that one, there was a lot more people there than what the state championship. State championship had a lot of people there, but there was way more people in that environment. And that was kind of rare, like playing all these countries all over the world. And playing in that was still nerve-wracking too, but I don't know. It's kind of hard.
No.
I gotta say the state championship in high school because I was pitching it. That's the only reason why.
Well, I mean, that's a fair thing. You being on the mound and being from Portersville, you're representing the hometown. That's pretty big for any athlete to be in that position, man.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Man, I think we've covered some really good stuff. You want to get into the fun part of the questions like we did with KP?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. So, I mean, I know you've already listened to the one with KP. I'm going to ask you the similar first question to what I asked him. You've got an older sister. Which guy on the 2023 Tropics would you be most likely to let date your sister, and which one least likely?
Date. Let's see. Man, I gotta go. Bo Hunter would definitely. I would definitely let him date.
Bo's the obvious choice. He's gonna be a doctor in a couple of years.
Yeah, Bo. I've seen how he treats his girlfriend and everything. I definitely would approve of Bo.
Okay.
For sure.
And least likely, you got one for me?
Let's see. Who would I not? Yeah, I got to go Dalton again, man. I know too much. I got to go Dalton.
I mean, we all get it. We've all met Dalton. I mean, that's fair. All right, man. Hey, so it's football season. We talked a little bit about football a while ago. Here's my question for you. Guy offers you $1 million right now or $10 million for you to win the Super Bowl. You come in at halftime. Your team's up 28-0 over the other NFL team. Can you win the Super Bowl and take the $10 million, or you just take the regular $1 million? You're up. I mean, you're up 4 touchdowns. You don't trust the defense and the run game enough to maybe get you a win?
I'm definitely taking the 10. I'm going for it for sure.
All right. I like the confidence. I mean, you're still young. You're in good shape. I think their defense could hold it for you. I mean, they held them scoreless for a whole half.
Yeah, I got to bet on myself.
All right, I like it. All right, last one. I was debating whether or not to ask you this one, but I think it's a little bit of fun, so let's do it. All right, you ready for this? It's start, bench, cut. First baseman that you've played more than 1 year with, Luke Barnes, Dalton Fork, or your boy Tommy Frakes. And keep in mind, you've already done Dalton dirty once this episode.
You can't. Oh my! These boys are gonna listen to this.
Oh yeah.
Start, bench, cut. Start. I gotta start Luke.
I think Barnes.
Luke's good. Luke's my guy, and then I got Thomas and Dalton left.
Thomas and Dalton, dude. You've already done Dalton dirty once. Just keep that in mind.
Thomas, dude, that's my homeboy from Porter. I gotta go. I'm gonna bench Thomas and cut Dalton.
Man, Dalton's having a rough couple
My
episodes.
best friend from that dude's been my guy since preschool. I gotta go with him.
Man, I'm starting to feel we're gonna have to get Dalton on the show because I feel bad. He's taking a lot of hits.
Man, he's a PO anyways. He got another position. He'll be all right.
Yeah, Dalton's fine. He ain't gonna worry too much. Well, man, that's pretty much everything I had for you. We only get 15 minutes to do the show, and we're coming up on 14 minutes and 20 seconds right now. So that's pretty much going to be wrapping it up for us. But, man, thanks for coming on. I'm glad you're doing well. I wanted to get in talking with fall games with you and all the JUCO or all the 4-year schools are there, but we're about out of time. But, man, thanks, Trey.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good luck this fall. I'm going to be following you and hopefully get to come to some games. If not the fall, I'll be there in the spring watching you.
All right, 100%.
Yeah, see you, buddy.
All right, we'll see you.
Trey Benthal, he is great. Love having him on. Well, that wraps up episode 3. We only get 15 minutes to do the shows, and time is ticking down. Thank you, guys. Can't wait. Next show on, we've got Andrew Brown, TRC assistant baseball coach. Thank you.